Today is October the 2nd, 2025, and today I took 5 trades. Right. Yesterday was a good day for me. I took 2 trades yesterday and I made 700 and let me see. You can see it here on my TradeZilla trading journal. Yesterday I took 2 trades. I made $737, not including trading fees, right? Commissions, I'm sorry. So today I came into the market. I was in a good frame of mind. I was pretty calm, right? I'm still getting used to trading and dealing with a little bit of anxiety before it comes to place a trade. However, today I was in a good place and I came to the market probably about, let's say about 9 o'clock, right? So I'm gonna try to start coming to the market at about 8:45. That give me a little bit more time to draw my levels, which don't really take me long at all, maybe 5-10 minutes for that. And the rest of the time just to clear my head and get ready to jump into the market at 9:30. Or if a really good trade shows itself available pre-market, 9 o'clock, 30 minutes before, then I would take that trade also. So anyway, like I said today, as you can see here, I took 5 trades. I lost 300 for a total of $311, a 25% win rate. So let's see real quick. I'm gonna open this up. So okay, right here, I have 4 losses and 1 win. The last trade I took, I won that trade. The 4 previous trades, I lost. One was pretty much a break even. Really was a break even. And that was my first trade. And I'm going to show you guys that now too. And I also wrote down in my little pamphlet, I have 4 things. You probably really can't see what they are. That's okay. I'll read them out to you. 4 things I noticed and I wrote them down during my trading session and after my trading session, right? That I need to work on and some of the feelings I was feeling. And then I'm going to, I guess later on, I'll put that into my trading journal here, my TradingZilla trading journal. When it comes to me drawing my levels, today I use a combination of support and resistance lines, but also some zones. So you can see I have this blue zone. I use that color. Well, today I use that color to indicate that this was a zone that was drawn from the pre-market data. So this was the low, pre-market low, and then this blue zone above, that was the pre-market high. And this yellow zone in the middle, that was the high, previous day's high. This dark orange line going through price, that was the previous day's point of control from what they call fixed range volume profile. These purple lines here, they're price levels, but these are just like recent, probably some levels that I've seen within, I don't know, the last 5 hours before the market opened. That kind of caught my attention, just in case I put those on my chart, just in case price reacted at those levels. Sometimes they do, and I'll show you one of those levels in a minute, right? That price did interact it. So my first trade was right here at the open. I seen price reject. I seen price right before the market opened at about 9:05. I was looking at price. I seen price come up, this green candle on higher volume. Right? So that made perfect sense. But this next candle was, I think it's I forgot the name of it, but it's a kind of doji, it's not a spinning top. I can't remember, but either way, it's a doji. All right, so it signals possible reversal, or at least price was started. Right, it definitely had some pressure from, let's say, from sellers, because price could not continue even into this price zone right here. So price rejected. I noticed that the next candle was low, and that was a bearish candle. And then another bearish doji. And I seen price start to trail its way down slowly but surely, right before the market opened. And I guess my theory at the moment right now is that, hey, if price can't go up, it's going to want to go somewhere, especially once the market opens and a lot of volume comes into the market. So even before the market opens, right, volume starts to come in. Not as much. You can look down here, but however, volume does start to come into the market and moves do occur. So I saw that pre-market right before the market opened. It was only like 15 minutes before, 20 minutes before. This right here is a 5-minute chart. So like 15, 20 minutes before, I'm looking at the price action, and I see the price seems like it doesn't want to go any higher, or it can't go any higher. So as soon as the market opened, I took a trade with a 15-point stop loss. All right. As you can see, the market fell like crazy. And so 1 bar, 5, 10, 15, 20, within 20 minutes, the market dropped like crazy. All the way down to, you see this orange line of mine that I already had previously drawn. Like I said, it's the POC, which stands for the point of control. And this comes from the fixed volume profile, fixed range volume profile to be exact. And price stopped here, price halted. Now, I didn't catch this whole move though, because I was scary, right? So I was acting like a chump because I had a good day yesterday. Off of 2 wins, I made $737. That's my biggest day to date. And I was feeling pretty good off that. And and so I didn't want to take a loss. But I also wrote here 4 things that affected me today in the market. One was the fear of holding trades and taking a loss, and that happened there. The second one is the fear of being wrong. 3 was on a retest. I'm going to do some research. I did some earlier today that maybe I could have waited for a double bottom, not on the 5-minute, but on the 30-second. I didn't even wait for a double bottom on the 30-second, but maybe it probably was still a good trade. It just happened the way it happened. I didn't make money on that when I lost, because sometimes if I believe in my levels and there's a rejection, it might not be enough time for a double bottom before it reverses. So I still have to get some more data moving forward on that. I'm still going to do some more back testing before I make a decision. So I don't know. I might just still wait for a double bottom, or I might just still take it. I'm not sure yet. Either way, that was another one. And then also no revenge trading. So I did revenge trade. I didn't think I was initially, but out of these 5 trades, because I missed the first one, I was kicking myself, man. I said, damn, I need to get some money back. I can't believe I missed that. And so I took trades that I probably shouldn't have. At least the third one I shouldn't have anyway. And hopefully you can learn from the mistakes I make and I put on these videos. So this is the 30-second chart. This is what I saw, because I have both of my charts open, split screen like this when I'm trading, right? But for the sake of demonstration, this was my entry right here at 25,148.75, and I got out at 25,148.25. So not even a whole point when I got out. But when I got in, I had a 15-point stop loss, but price started to come back to my stop loss, right? My break-even point, as a matter of fact. It went away from it and was coming back to break even. And so I just feel like I said, maybe that wasn't a good trade. I didn't have a lot of conviction. I thought I did initially. Honestly, I did initially. But when price started to pull back, then I started to second guess my decision. And so I got out. When it broke even, I moved my stop loss up because it was almost at a 1-to-1 before it started to move back. And so I said, you know what? Let me at least take it to break even. I should have left it where it was at. And so because I didn't, I got out, and price never even hit my 15-point stop loss. So I would have still been in the trade. So my analysis initially was a good analysis of where I saw an opportunity to enter the trade. However, I guess, I didn't have the testicular fortitude at the time to stay in the trade, right? And so I got punished for that. So that was my first trade. I lost that one. And you can see right here, second trade. I'm gonna draw a circle for you guys. Right here. That was my second trade. Off a rejection from this zone right here, right? So when it comes to me drawing my zones and my levels, I'm pretty spot on. I'm really proud of myself in that particular area because I put work in, practice, and I became a lot better at drawing those price levels and price areas and price zones, right? So that's a start. Now I just have to keep building on my strong points and eliminating my bad habits and my weak points. So anyway, I took this one up on this candle at 25061.25, and I got out on this candle here at 25043.25. So that was like 13, what's that like 17 points or something like that. All right, so I took a loss there. Then I got in again here because I told myself, I said, you know what? I already showed too much fear initially on my first trade. So trying to correct myself in the middle of the trading session, I said, I'm going to hold the next few trades, whatever trade I take, I'm going to hold the trade, even if it goes to a loss. I do not care because it's not now. It's not even about the money. It's the process and getting over bad habits and eliminating those bad habits. So I told myself, I'm going to hold. So I held. I took a loss. Right? So that was the first loss. On the second one was here on this orange price level line right here. Right? This was a support. So price rejected, but it came up to the yellow zone and it came back down. I lost on that. I didn't get out early. It came all the way down, took me out. I think I might have been on the 12.5 stop loss on that one. I'm not exactly sure. Anywhere between 12.5 or 15. For the most part, I risked like 120 to 125 on each of these trades. And then I got in for the third trade. I got in here at 25049, and I got out at 25030 on this candle for another loss. So that was 3 losses I took. And I did the same thing, and I forced myself because I wanted to get out. Price came back up to almost break even, but I said, you know what? I told myself it's not about the money right now. The money is going to come if I become a more distinguished trader, a more disciplined trader, and a more clear-minded trader. So I'm just focusing on the process. I still want to make some money because I want to be able to get my payout, hopefully within, I don't know, next 30 to 60 days, but we'll see. I'm trying not to put that pressure on myself and just focus on the process and then let the end result be the end result, which will be success. So that's 1, 2, 3 trades, right? These circles right here, these are my 3 losses. All right, so my last trade was this one right here. And I won this trade, right? So I told myself that I'm not going to let fear seep in. And even though I took a loss there before, it doesn't mean that the next trade is going to be a loss. I'm dealing with probability here. And so I have seen this on numerous occasions. I have traded this before, and I know it does work. Doesn't mean it's going to work every time. As we can see in the previous trade, right? When it tested this same level. However, that's trading. So can't worry about the previous trade. I got to let that go. So on this trade here, I seen price reject when it first tested on this candle here. The second candle was a doji, green doji. Price couldn't push below it. This other red candle, price couldn't push again, right? There was a long wick, a long rejection wick. A lot of times wicks are showing that price was rejected. It doesn't mean that it's going to reverse. Price is still battling it out between the buyers and the sellers. But so on this candle here, I was looking for, and I seen it. What I call a bullish, I don't know, I guess you can call it power bar. I hear other traders call it that. So we'll just call it that for lack of a better term, right? On the next trade up, that was my signal to get in. So I got in. I missed it. I just about a teeny bit, and I got in on this third candle right here at 25046.75. And that is about right here. And I had a 15-point stop loss, risking about $120, $125. I think I had 4 contracts. Yeah. And I had a TP of 1 to 3. However, I still didn't stay true to what I said I was going to do, right? Because I seen price go up to like 150 or 160. And I said, man, I got to get some of my money back, right? So I said, you know what? Since I'm still new in my trading, still formulating a trading mindset, right? I say, no, this is going to be my last trade for the day. And I did stick to that. I didn't break that rule. And so I got in here, right here, and I got out on this candle. So from 25046.75 to 2053, that was like 17 points. Yeah, so 17 points. I won that one. And I think I was probably like at a 1 or 2, maybe something like that. 15, 20, no, maybe like a little bit over a 1 to 1. So I think I might have had like a 12.5 stop loss. If that was the case on this trade, then I probably had 5 contracts of the micro E-mini NASDAQ, right? So let's say about a 1 to 2, I think it was, closer to 1 to 1.8 or something. Irregardless, I think I won like I said, $100 something. And that was my last trade of the day. I took that L and I said, I'm done for the day. And so I was down $311. Yeah, $125 on that trade. So 1 break even, 3 losses, 1 win at the end of my trading session.